Let's learn Geogebra. First, you go to geogebra.org to download the software. You can also see many different ideas and sample codes by clicking there. There's materials here. And then you can get the software from downloads. But by the time you reach this site here, it will look different because they progress all the time. You will have more materials, you will have higher versions, but everything will be there for you to use. So don't panic if it looks different. So let's go to download here. You can click here or here. So when you go to download, again, it may look different, but it will be all there. And in my case, I use Windows. You can choose whatever you use on your computer. And in my case, it's Windows. When I click it, it's version 5 now. By the time you see these lectures, you may see a higher version. It will have everything I show you here and more. So what I teach you today will still be useful by the time you learn it. In my case, I downloaded and installed already. So please download and install and then follow me. So I start. So here we go. Initially, I get this perspectives here. I can hide or show it anytime. But before this, let me adjust the size of the screen. There we go. I made it bigger. Then the perspective disappeared, but you can always get it back here. In our case, we are going to learn about geometry, so you don't need other things. I could have just clicked here, but I'd like to show you what's in the screen here. This algebra is for algebra, obviously. We are not going to do it in this series, so I could hide it here, or I could hide it from here. All these are toggle. That is, click once, click twice, they do and undo each other. So algebra is shown here. So if I click again, then you will see it disappears like that. You can bring it back out if you want, doing this. And so does everything else here. Okay, so I will hide it because we are doing geometry. I'd like to introduce the screen here. This is obviously axis here. You can show and hide by doing this. Again, these are toggles. You can also show the grid lines doing this. Again, these are toggles here. If you're doing grid lines, something like this, or you're having this just axis, or even if you don't have axis, but let's have axis here, and you can click and drag to move it, and you moved so far, you don't know where you are. If you bring out the grid, it doesn't help you. It's an open desert. You don't know where they are. So here's a guideline where you are, but suppose you want to go home quickly. Go to the origin, then you click home, then you go there, just like that. Okay. So that's the basic setup. So we are going to do the work with this grid line shown and with the axis shown, just like this.